What is up, guys? This is Regardt coming to you with another NAG video review. Hi there and welcome to my brand new studio. You'll see I'm still setting a few things up, but lighting is good and I think we're good to go. So I've got something I've been wanting to look at for quite some time, the brand new Nokia 8. Now this is the latest flagship from Nokia. Well, in fact, it's the first flagship from Nokia since it's been taken over by HMD to manufacture the devices. The last 2 years we had the Nokia 3, 5 and 6. And this is certainly set up to be the top of the range in many ways. Let's get into the features. Now under the hood is where things get pretty impressive. It's got a 2.45 GHz Qualcomm 835 processor with 4 GB of RAM, which handles most tasks and games pretty effortlessly. It's also got dual 13 megapixel cameras. That means the front and the rear cameras are 13 megapixels, which is quite cool. The front selfie camera also has autofocusing feature, which, as many of those selfie taking users on Instagram would know, autofocus is a superb feature to have. What's interesting about the dual cameras is that the one is color and the one is monochrome, and that was so that you can get not only good black and white photographs, but that the software behind the scenes can really work its magic and produce really vibrant and well saturated color photographs. Looking at the screen and the front of the phone, you'll see the fingerprint scanner right over there, and it's quite snappy when you switch on your phone. On the side you have the volume rocker, the power button, and then on this side you have the SIM card slot with additional SD card tray. Now, unlike some phone manufacturers, Apple, I'm looking at you, you can actually upgrade the storage on the 64GB device, which is pretty handy. You can go up to 256GB, and that's enough to store pretty much 10 years worth of data if you're a heavy user like I am. If you take a look at the bottom of the phone, Nokia has also incorporated the new USB-C standard, which is a welcome addition. And with quick charge, you'll be able to get about a 50% battery charge on just 30 minutes of charge on the new charge system. Taking a look at the bottom of the phone, you'll see 2 speakers, the USB-C port, and also, interestingly enough, the antennas, which are situated on either side. And if you're a little old school like me, you'll appreciate that they've kept the 3.5mm jack. The manufacturer has also said that the Nokia 8 comes with very cool heat dispersing technology. They basically put some cool copper bits in it to disperse the heat when the phone is under stress. And during some gameplay, I've noticed that the phone isn't as hot as some of the other devices I have played with to date. Looking at the overall design, pretty slick body. This is not steel, even though that is called a steel color. But it feels solid in the hand. It is a little bit slippery. I would probably want to put a case around that. It tends to slip out of my hand quite often. But in terms of overall build quality, it's very hard to find fault with Nokia has on offer here. It's an IP54 rated device, which means it can take some splashes. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. How does this phone perform? Well, I like to run 2 performance benchmarks. That's PC Mark and 3D Mark from a company called Future Mark. And they produce pretty cool benchmarking tools and a nice comparison charts to compare your device against anything else out there. In terms of 3D Mark, the Nokia 8 achieved a score of 3,500, which is pretty good in comparison to other smartphones, high-end smartphones currently on the market. PC Mark also showed that this can be a workhorse with a score of around 6,700. Again, this is in the top 10 of smartphone devices currently on the market. In terms of gaming performance, I was very impressed with what the Nokia 8 has to offer. The phone runs high-end process-intensive games like Asphalt and even GTA San Andreas effortlessly, and I really had a lot of fun with the large screen too. I mentioned this earlier, but you will notice at the top and the bottom is the antennas. Now, what is very interesting about that is that unlike other smartphone manufacturers, when you hold the device, the antennas aren't covered. They are usually in the body of the device. In this way, it means that you are less likely to cover reception or to cover the antennas that leads to poor reception when using your smartphone. In terms of video performance, Nokia 8 also doesn't perform too bad. Highest shooting resolution at 2160 at 30 frames a second means you'll get decent enough shots, but you won't get 4K slow motion out of the Nokia 8. That's not a problem. I don't think that is what this phone intends to be. Nokia certainly set out to produce a quality high-end smartphone at a relatively affordable price. Another cool feature on the Nokia 8 is the binaural audio. There are speakers all around it, creating a surround sound effect, which really enhances any video that you shoot. It's called Ozo Audio, and it's certainly inspired by the Nokia Ozo, the discontinued Nokia Ozo, which is such an incredible 360-degree camera. When it comes to photography, the Nokia 8 certainly is a solid shooter. With 13 megapixel dual cameras, the quality, the vibrant colors, and the sharpness of the images are pretty impressive. You can also get the fancy new portrait feature that allows you to blow out the background and create striking portraits. One of the features that Nokia is pushing quite hard with the 8 is a dual camera selfie called the Bothy. But essentially what that allows you to do is to shoot front and back cameras simultaneously. I can kind of see the appeal, but it's not something that I would really shoot with on a day-to-day basis. You do lose some quality and you do lose some audio when you shoot in that dual video mode. Now there's no denying that the Nokia 8 is a solid performer at a really good price. But one of the reasons that I really wanted to play with this phone was Nokia also made a big noise about the fact that this is an Android pure device. And what that means is there won't be any bloatware installed on this device, and you'll get the latest Android updates as close to the launch date as possible, or even on launch date in some cases. Now when I woke up this morning to check the device and prepare for this video, I was very happy to see that Nokia actually pulled through on this promise. And there you have it. I installed the Android Oreo on this device. It's running. Some really cool features on there, but I think we'll leave that for another video review. Now there's no denying that Nokia is one of the most recognizable brands in the cellular industry. And with the Nokia 8, I think that HMD proved a point. They can produce a really quality device, pull through on performance, and keep the price under 10,000 Rand. Overall, the Nokia 8 is a solid performer, and I give it a thumbs up. If you're looking for a quality, affordable phone, give this bad boy a look. You won't be disappointed. And that's it for another video review from Regardt and the NAG team. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please hit one of the subscribe buttons, like, follow, or drop us an email and tell us what you'd like to see in the future. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.